Hello, everybody, and welcome to this presentation of the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Earl. We are here in Lawrence, Massachusetts for this game between the Haverhill Hitmen and the Windsor Flyers. The Flyers won the toss for the second half. And returning the ball here for the Hitmen is number 17. He takes it out to about the 25-yard line. So number 17 on our roster. We do not have number 17 on our roster for the Hitmen, so that's where we will start. And again, folks, the Windsor Flyers won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so we'll see the Hitmen coming out for the first time here today, led by their star quarterback, number 1, Isaiah Ocasio. 1,444 passing yards so far this season, and tied with 26 touchdown passes as well. So we'll see what happens here today as they take on the number 1 team in the North Atlantic Division Conference, that being the Windsor Flyers, who are currently 9-0 on the season, or 8-0 on the season, excuse me. Have today's game, and then the regular season next week. We're going to finish the season 10-0 on the year. And again, Hitman will officially start with the football at their own 26-yard line. And led by quarterback number 1, that is, again, Isaiah Ocasio. 1,444 passing yards, 26 touchdown passes here so far this season. Here we go with the first play. We have 2 men in the backfield here for the Hitmen on first down. Let's see what Ocasio is going to be. Looks like he's being under center here, and they're going to be a first down handoff here for the Haverhill Hitmen. So here we go, ready to go here for first down for the Hitmen for the 26-yard line. 2 men in the backfield, Ocasio under center, and they're going to fake it, and Ocasio breaks away on the first pass play. The pass is dropped. Heavy pressure brought on by the Flyer defense, and the pass was intended for number 25. That is Timothy Reza. So it'll be second out of 10 coming up, and that's a strong start there for the Windsor Flyer defense, showing the extreme blitz. Almost getting to the quarterback there. He was able to get away from it. Unfortunately, the pass, though, was dropped by Reza. It looked like a clean pass. Just went out of the hands of Timothy Reza, excuse me. Get the names right here so we can progress. And we are here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts, everybody. The two top teams in the North Atlantic Division Conference here in the 25 New England Football League season. Flyers have already clinched the number 1 seed. Hitman can clinch the number 2 seed with the win here today or a win in the regular season finale. That's a free play. And Ocasio doesn't know where to go with it, and he's going to take the sack, but it won't matter. It's going to be an offside against the Flyers. Well, they did have a chance here to get the free play. Unfortunately, nothing doing there. Got 2 guys on the defensive line jumped there for the Flyers, so it will be second on 5 there. Again, Ocasio, that's the second time that they brought the pressure, and the first time that they're able to bring him down, but unfortunately it doesn't count due to the offside. We'll ball up to the 31. It'll be second down and 5 from the 31-yard line. And the top 2 teams here in the New England Football League's North Atlantic Division Conference, or the Double League Conference. And we're still trying to figure out how playoffs are going to look, folks. I did speak to the owner of the team, Jason Fletcher, and he told me on the phone that the Double League Conference, at least, will have semifinals after the league-wide bye week in 2 weeks' time. So 3 weeks' time, we'll have the first round of the playoffs. So second out of 5 handoff here. Looks like number 33, the big man. And he's going to be short of the first down. Number 33, that's Joshua Rodriguez on the carry there. So it'll bring up third down, and they got, let's see, about the 33, so it'll be third down about 2 here. No, third and 3 here. So again, the Flyers showing strong defense here to start this game off. Looking to get something going here. Ocasio pressure once, got away from the sack on the first play, and on the second one, which was an offside, he was able to get away from the pressure, and well, he wasn't able to get away from the pressure, and he was sacked. And then after that handoff there to Rodriguez, let's see what they do here on third down and 3 from the 33. Scoreless game early on here in Lawrence. And Ocasio hands off here to Rodriguez again, and once again, the Flyer defense is there to make the stop. And you'll never guess who it is, folks. It's Nick Selig, number 6. He's making big plays all season long for this Flyer defense. Has a couple of interceptions this year, has a fumble recovery for a touchdown, had a pick 6 in that game against the Rhode Island Raptors back in June. We were there for that one. It's going to be fourth down here in about 3. Ball still at the 33, and looks like the Hitmen are going to go for it here. Strong decision here by the coaching staff for the Hitmen to go for it on fourth down and 3 to start the game off. That's what they're going to do here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 3 from the 33-yard line. No gain on the run there by Rodriguez. This is going to be a big play for both sides here. Hitman trying to get a fourth down conversion. Starts this one off. Flyers trying to make a big stop here. Let's see who prevails. Fourth down and 3 from the 33. That's it offside to be a first down, and now they're going to pull the whistle. And again, how I got to say it's an false start here against the Hitmen. So looks like the Flyers actually jumped off sides. But they're going to say that the Hitman jumped offside first, and so it'll be 4th down and 8 coming up. And once again, we'll see. We got a couple guys coming on here for the Hitman, and let's see if the Hitman decide to punt here. Or they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 8. Ball's now back at the 27-yard line. They want to try to go for it on 4th down and 3, try to fool the Flyer defense. And they are going to punt here. Big man, looks like number 30 is going to punt here for the Hitman, excuse me. That's Romario Bazile. And we'll show you right here, folks. We got a guy deep here for the Flyers back at his own 35-yard line. So let's see how this punt goes. So after the false start, the Hitman will put it away on a 4th down and 8. Flyer defense gets the job done after pressuring quarterback Isaiah, again, number 1, Isaiah Ocasio, twice. Almost sacking it the first time, forcing an incompletion. And the Hitman called timeout. They're first of the game. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So while we were away, we had a short punt here by the Hitman. And the Flyers offense coming out here. They're starting at their own 30, starting at the Hitman's 30-yard, excuse me. And led by quarterback, once again, it's Jamal Brown, who led them to the 14-0 victory last week over the Rhode Island Raptors. That game also on the road out in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now first down here at the Hitman 30, and a handoff here to Securian Brown, who scored the 2 touchdowns in that victory to get over the Rhode Island Raptors. Final score of that game was 14-0. Scoreless game at the end of the half, although if you go back and watch the replay, folks, it looked like Jamal Brown had thrown a touchdown to Demoyenis, number 3, but they ruled him down at the 1-yard line as the half expired. And so that game went into halftime scoreless. And it wasn't until the 3rd quarter that we saw our first touchdown of the game by way. It was by way of Kieran Brown, who scored a game-sealing touchdown in the 4th quarter on a free play to make it a 14-0 final. Flyers then clinched the number 1 seed in the North Atlantic Division Conference. Second down here, ball's at about the 27. Brown heads out here to Brown again. Brown cut up the middle. Brown inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line, and he's going to have a Flyer first down. And we're going to turn this brightness down so you get the best possible view we can give you here on YouTube. Again, we are here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. Jacarian Brown picking up where he left off last week. Another first down. The Windsor Flyers. Ball is at the 18-yard line of the Hitman, and they're looking to score here first like they did last week. Of course, we talked about it already, folks. It took them a whole half to score last week in their game against the Raptors. We're going to score here in the first quarter. Be second down, ball is about the 18-yard line. Brown throws short, and that ball goes over the head of Keenan Collins, incomplete. And that's going to be 3rd down here, I do believe. Let's check where the marker is. I don't see the marker anywhere. It looks like to be on the far sideline over there. I see it too, but I'm not sure if that means second down or what kind of marker that is. You know the ball's at the 18-yard line. Did you know that pass by Brown was way over the head of his intended receiver? And once again, that was Keenan Collins, who has had quite the season here for the Flyers. Of course, he has been a big part of this offense. Then it'll be, I believe, second down here. The ball at the 18-yard line. And Brown's going to hand off here to Brown. Jacarian Brown cutting back inside. Trying to bust off a defender. Gets inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. And now it'll be 3rd down, about 6 here coming up. 3rd down, 6 here for the Flyers. They didn't score until the 3rd quarter last week in their 14-0 victory over the Rhode Island Raptors out in Cumberland, Rhode Island. They're going to score here on their first drive of the game here out in Lawrence, Massachusetts. It'll be 3rd down, about 6 here. Ball's at the 14-yard line. Need to get to the 8-yard line for a first down here. They're trying to get it to the end zone for the first time here in the first quarter. Again, last week. Took them an entire half to get it to the end zone. Even falling 1 yard short on the last play of the first half. 3rd down at 6 from the 14-yard line. Brown throws, and the pass once again is overthrown. This one intended for Devin Hernandez, incomplete. And so the Hitman's defense stalls here. Let's see who they're going to bring out their all-star kicker, Avi Schwimmer. Yes, they are. You see the little man there. You can't see his number. His number is number 10. And Avi Schwimmer, the kicker. Of course, he had that game-sealing kick in week number 2 against the Mass Warriors. They won that game 17-7. Low-scoring affair in that game. So Schwimmer trying to come on here to get the Flyers the first points of the game out here in Lawrence. Ball is at about the 14-yard line, so this is going to be about a 31-yard field goal for Robbie Schwimmer. The Hitman defense does stall. Let's see now what Robbie Schwimmer can get on the board for first. From 31. Kick is up, and it is good. Robbie Schwimmer gets the Flyers on the board first here in Lawrence. It's 3-0 Windsor. When we come back, you're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. We got a return there. I do apologize for that camera, folks. I got my camera flipped around today due to how the set up here. 3-0 Flyers. Again, you're watching the New England Football League here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. The return there by the Hitmen. Bought out. Near the 40-yard line, sort of put it about the 39-yard line. So the Hitmen starting their second drive here. Once again, their quarterback, Isaiah. I want to say his name right, folks. Isaiah Ocasio. 1,444 passing yards. 26 touchdowns on the season. Flyer defense won the first battle, though, however. Strong defense showing blitz on the first two plays. First one, Ocasio was able to get away from the pressure. Unfortunately, the pass intended for his man, but 25 was incomplete. That was Timothy Reza. And on the second one, they brought the pressure again, but unfortunately, they jumped off sides. And so a sack on Ocasio did not count toward the Flyers' stat sheet, and therefore, they got a free play. Hitman wound up punting the football. Only punted about a couple of yards. It was a very bad punt there by their punter. You know, it looked like number 30, the punter for the Hitman, and that was Romario Bazile. Now Hitman, their second drive, starting at the 39-yard line. 3-0 Flyers here in the first. And they're going to hand off here, and a wall of Flyers is there to meet him in the backfield. And there he is again. Nick Selig leading the way. Carry there once again. Joshua Rodriguez stuffed in the backfield and leading the way once again. Nick Selig. We had a tackle for loss on the first drive, leading to a fourth down. And so, Flyer defense once again showing real strong here to start this one off. Couple tackles for loss. They had the sack, but did not count, unfortunately, for them due to the offside penalty. By the way, folks, for those just joining the live stream or just watching here on YouTube, the Hitmen did try to go for it on 4th down and 3. They were called for a false start, so they had to punt it away on 4th down and 8. And that's why they got the 2-yard punt. So second down here, ball is back at the 36, so about a loss about 3. Ocasio fakes, throws, and the pass is incomplete. No flag. The receiver just fell, and once again, looks like number 37 there, and the attendant receiver, and we don't have number 37 listed on our roster for the Hitmen. So I'll bring up 3rd down at 13 here. 3rd down in the minivan, as you like to hear. The 3rd down and long here for the Hitmen after the incompletion there by Ocasio. Again, 3-0 Windsor on top of the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week. We're here on YouTube on a live stream. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Home of the Lancers. Very beautiful stadium. Got beautifully painted blue end zones here, and they have Lancers inside the end zone. It's pretty nice. Hitman trying to get themselves a first down here on a 3rd down and long, about 3rd down at 13 here. That would be very nice for them. I'm sure they will like that. 3rd down at 13. Ocasio, pressure, throws, passes, almost intercepted. Ron L. Hopkins III was the only guy there, and he was diving for that one. Unfortunately, could not get to it. And so it'll be another 4th down here for the Hitmen. Let's see if they decide to punt here, or if they're going to try to go for it. It is 4th down at 13, so they did go for it on 4th down at 3 on their first drive, and just now they did punt on a 4th down and 8 on their last drive. And now 4th down at 13, they're going to bring out their punter once again. And we'll show you right here, folks. I think number 1 there, that is Hanil Jeremy. Way back. He's going back toward his 30-yard line. There he's right there. At the 35. Actually, there's Hanil Jeremy right there. But going way back to his 25-yard line. So the second punt here for the Hitmen. Not much going here on offense in this one so far. High punt. Much better than the last one we saw. And this one's going to be taken. It's actually going to take a bounce at about the 44-yard line. That's where the Flyers will start with the 3-0 lead. Come back out on offense when we come back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. First down Flyers at their own 44-yard line with a 3-0 lead, and they're going to hand off here to Jakarian Brown. Brown cutting to the outside, has a lot of room to the outside, and he will get just 4 yards on that carry, about out to the 48-yard line. Get Jakarian Brown scoring the only 2 touchdowns of the Flyers in their 14-0 victory over the Rhode Island Raptors last week, clinching the #1 seed in the North Atlantic Division Conference. And again, folks, we're still waiting to figure out how the playoffs are going to look here for the entire NFL playoffs. This is the second to last week of the regular season. We'll have the regular season finale next week. And then the beginning of postseason. And the only thing I know right now is what I've been told by Hitman owner Jason Fletcher. And that is that he told me that the North Atlantic Division will have semifinals, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, on September 6th. He also said they're going to have a home playoff game. Of course, the Hitmen have not clinched the #2 spot just yet. And off here on second down to Jakarian Brown, cutting to the outside, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. Nice tackle there, number 30. There's Bazile. Playing some defense there. That's going to be a 3rd down and long here for the Flyers. So we saw a lot of struggles for that Flyer offense last week, and now here in another road game, we were hearing that the Flyers probably didn't travel to as many guys that they might have hoped to have liked to travel with. Windsor to Lawrence, Massachusetts, roughly a 3-hour drive, give or take. Well, this is based off what I'm being told here, folks, not what I know. What I do know is we have a 3rd down here, and the Flyers are backed up at their own 45-yard line. So 3rd down and 11. See what they do here. Brown throws to the sideline, passes, caught. Still going, that's Keenan Collins with the catch, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that is a 1st down for the Flyers on 3rd down and 11. Got about 12 yards on that one. So fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs for the Flyers, converting a 3rd down and 11. I do apologize to Jennifer Conley on the live stream. The Hitmen have their own PA announcer. I am unable to talk to him as of right now. We're on 2 different levels here in the broadcast booth. But I will let him know at halftime that the music is turned down just a little bit for the live stream audience. Thank you for letting me know. First down for the Flyers. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Up 3-0 here in the 1st. And he hand off here to Brown. Brown trying to find some room up the middle, and he gets to the 30, pushing that pile, and down to about the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 7 there on that carry. Once again, folks, the Flyers have nothing to play for at this point. They're going to be the #1 seed in the Double A Conference when the playoffs begin in 3 weeks' time. Again, September 6th, official beginning. We'll have next week's regular season finale, and then we will have a league-wide bye week for Labor Day weekend on August 30th. So, we'll do it next week. We'll be the first to wish everybody a happy Labor Day. I want to do it just yet. We're a little early yet. We have 2nd down at about 3 here. Ball is at the 27-yard line. But Brown's going to head off here to Brown. Brown up the middle. Oh, excuse me, that's number 24. That is Brian Lowe with the carry there. So Jakarian Brown getting a little time off his feet. And we got one of the Hitmen down, so we will step aside right here on YouTube. And that's actually the end of 1, folks. 3-0 Flyers after 1, looking to get to win number 9 here on the season. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. Start of the 2nd quarter, everybody. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 3-0. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube and on the live stream. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And it's 1st down here for the Flyers. You got Brown and Brown. Actually, it's Lowe again in the backfield. And they're going to hand off here to Lowe. Lowe cutting to the outside. Here is Rodriguez again, making another tackle for loss. And Romario Bazile again. I do apologize for the mispronunciation, folks. Romario Bazile, number 30, having himself quite the game to start this one off for the Hitman defense. Making that tackle there in the backfield on Lowe. It'll be 2nd down here coming up. And so if you see it, folks, top left of your screen, you see that number 2 right behind the referee. That is the marker that we have here today in Lawrence. A little different than the one you're used to. Of course, we're used to the orange one. It'll be 2nd down here and long coming up here for the Flyers, trying to extend another 3-0 lead. Already more points that they had in the first half, first half of the last game against the Rhode Island Raptors game. Won that one. 14-0 was the final on that one. 2nd down. Lowe again in the backfield. Brown Steps up over the middle, and once again, he overthrew his receiver. This one was intended for Demoy Ennis. Yeah, Ennis, who almost caught that Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the half last week against the Raptors. This one, that's the third overthrown pass here today by Brown, and bring up 3rd down and long here. So once again, Hitman defense trying to make a stop here. Flyers are in field goal range for Aubrey Schwimmer, who has already put out points here. 31-yard field goal, made it 3-0 early on. Now trying to extend on the lead, of course. Last drive we saw that they had a couple overthrown passes there by Brown, leading to having to settle for a field goal. Trying to get into the end zone here for the first time today. But now it's 3rd down and long. Ball is back at about the 23-yard line. Brown again in the backfield. Brown. Pressure rolling out. He's going to roll it to his left. Chucking it, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Incomplete. And so the Hitmen do make a stop, another stop here. And once again, let's see if the Flyers settle for a field goal attempt here by Aubrey Schwimmer. And I'm not sure. I don't see Schwimmer out there on the field just yet, folks. I'm not sure what the... It looks like the Flyers might be going for here on 4th down and 12. Well, I digress, folks. That is Aubrey Schwimmer. And let's see where they place the football. Ball is way back inside the 25. But Schwimmer's back at his own 31. This is a 48-yard field goal. Schwimmer trying to put points on the board once again, trying to make it 6-0. High snaps. Schwimmer's kick is up, and it is. It's going to be just short. And the Hitmen are going to return it here from in the end zone. And he is brought down about the 20-yard line. So no field goal there for Aubrey Schwimmer. And it remains 3-0 Flyers here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. So 3-0 Flyers here in the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. The Hitmen back out after the fifth field goal there by Aubrey Schwimmer. They're starting with the ball at about their own 23-yard line. And Ocasio is going to hand off here, and he'll get to about the 25-yard line, so only gained a couple, and then carried there once again. It's Joshua Rodriguez. I forgot to mention this, folks. I mentioned it yet. This is the second meeting between the Flyers and the Hitmen. They met earlier this season. It was on July 26th, back out in... I'm trying to think of the name of the city. Vernon, Connecticut. That's where the Flyers call home this season. Flyers won that game. 41-18 was the final. Again, that was also a battle of the top two teams in the North Atlantic Division, just like it is here. Flyers with a blowout victory back on July 26th. 41-18 was the final of that game over the Hitmen. Here it's 3-0 in the second quarter. And the Hitmen have the ball here at the 25-yard line, second down at about 7. And Ocasio fakes, throws, pass is caught. And to about the 34-yard line, catch is made there by Jose Montanez. And that's the first completion of the day there for the stud quarterback here for the Haverhill Hitmen. It'll be first down here for the Hitmen. Again, trying to take the lead here in the second quarter. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube and on the live stream. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. The first down here for the Hitmen. I believe this is their first down of the game. Ball is at the 34-yard line. First down, Hitman. Ocasio, pressure, throwing it down the field. Has a man, and he overthrew him. Going for Bazile, who's had a couple nice runs here to start this one off. The pass was overthrown, intended for Bazile. Now, both quarterbacks have had their opportunities here to try and get some deep passes going, but unfortunately, neither of them have been able to connect with their receivers here thus far. We see the quarterback play a little bit struggle here to start this one off. Had 3 overthrown passes by Jermel Brown, and now they one there by Ocasio. And bring up second down at 10. Ball is still at the 34-yard line. It's still 3-0 Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen. Here in this top 2 matchup in the New England Football League's North Atlantic Division Conference. And Ocasio is going to take it himself, finding some room, and that room is immediately almost locked up Bring him down there, number 42. That is Percy Gladding making the tackle there. And it'll be third down here for the Hitmen now. Ball is at the 37-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd down and 7 here from the 37. The Flyers have already clinched the #1 seed here in the North Atlantic Division Conference. They're fighting for nothing. Hitmen, they can win the #2 seed with a win here today or a win next week in the regular season finale. We'll get to all the clinch scenarios a little later. 3rd down and 7 from the 37. And the Hitmen are going to call their 2nd timeout. So we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 3rd down and 7 here from the 37 for the Haverhill Hitmen to trail the Windsor Flyers 3-0 here in the 2nd. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. Ocasio bumps, throws, wide open. Number 37 with the catch, and he will be knocked down at the 45. There's another guy we don't have a number for on our roster. Number 37 with the catch for the Hitmen. It's a 1st down for Haverhill. Another big 3rd down conversion here. Ball about the 45-yard line. And actually putting the ball inside. So move our camera here on the live stream. The ball is now inside Flyer territory. The Hitmen trying to get into the end zone first here today. It's 3-0 Flyers. 31-yard field goal by Avi Schwimmer. Put them on the board after a horrible punt on the Hitmen's first drive. Led to a field goal by Schwimmer. Oh, it's 1st down. Ball's now at the Windsor 43-yard line. And they're going to hand off here to Rodriguez, and he will be wrapped up. And a nice play there. Joshua Worthington bringing him down. Gain of just a couple. The 2nd down, about 8 here coming up here for the Hitmen again, trying to score for the end of this half. Again, we tried to get a running clock here. But there was just wasn't happening pretty much. And so, here we are. As it's been for most of the season here, the refs are controlling the clock. So let us know when we're at about the 2-minute warning. And we're at the end of the half, just as they had for the end of the quarter. It'll be 2nd down here. Ball is officially at the, about the 43-yard line, so about 2nd down and 9. And they'll hand off here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pushing that pile. Nice run here by Rodriguez, getting inside the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. And he's going to be real close to that 1st down mark. I don't believe he has it. It's going to be 3rd down and short here for the Hitmen. We're going to turn the brightness up here on the YouTube broadcast so you get the best possible view as possible. Well, again, it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here. We're third down about 1 here. I apologize. The ball is at the 37. Here for the Hitmen. Now 3-0, trying to be the first team to put a touchdown on the board here tonight. There we go. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Ball is at the 37. Or 3rd down 1, excuse me. 3rd down and 1 here for the Hitmen. Big 3rd down conversion here for both sides. Ocasio, pressure rolling out, throws off his back foot, and the pass is incomplete. Once again, the Flyers bringing that blitz, pressuring Ocasio and forcing him to throw that ball away. That's another big stop here for the Flyer defense. Let's see if the Hitman offense decided to go for it. It's 4th down and short here. It's not like 4th down and 13 like we saw last time, or 4th and 8 when they had that horrible punt on their first drive. So let's see if they try to go for it here on 4th down and short. Well, officially at the 38-yard line, so it'll be 4th down about 2 here. And Hitman RD going to go for it here. It'll be their first 4th down conversion of the football game here, folks. But now yet gone for it, technically. They attempted to on their first drive, but then on a false start made a 4th down and 8 on a 4th down and 3. And the Flyers called their first time out on the half, so we'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. The 4th down here for the Hitmen, trying to score. Take the lead here. We have about 6 minutes left to the end of the half. 4th down at about 2 here from the 38-yard line. Ocasio, pressure, throws, passes, incomplete. And great defense there once again. Ronell Hopkins the third, breaking that one up. And the Windsor defense making another stop here. Their offense come back out with 3-0 lead. Under 6 minutes left here in the half. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 3-0 Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen. The Flyer offense coming after their defense made another stop. They'll start at their own 38-yard line. And Brown's going to hand off here to Brown. Jakarian Brown cut to the outside. Has a hole. Flag is down, so this one's coming back. Jakarian Brown gets to about the 45-yard line, but there is a flag. This one's coming back to be a hold against the Flyers. And there's the call by the referee. Hold against the offense. 10-yard penalty. As you be saying here in New England, yard. Of course, I am from the New York, New Jersey area. We say yard. Well, you know, as people know that move away from their hometown, different places, you learn to become adjust to their customs, including the way they talk. I am not one of those guys. I've been in New England for 3 years now, a little more. And I have yet to say AH instead of AR. I don't say yard, I say yard. The only AH I'll give you folks is yacht. You know, like the boat. I don't know what you people here in New England say, but that's the only one I'm giving you folks, yacht. Because that is what it's called. It's called a yacht. So first down at 20 after the hold penalty against the Flyers. After that run by Jakarian Brown. Again, Jakarian Brown had the 2 touchdowns in the 14-0 victory last week over the Rhode Island Raptors. And Brown's going to hit off. No, he's going to fake throw. Short pass is caught. And break it away. And he is going to be out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Number 28. It's like it says number 28 there with the catch. We don't have number 28 listed on our roster here for the Flyers. 27, that's A.J. Daniels. We have 29, Christopher Petit, who has a couple of interceptions this season for the Flyers. So, will be, I believe, second down here. Ball's now at the 36.5-yard line. 3-0 Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen. Trying to extend the lead here for the end of the first half. They only scored the game with a 31-yard field goal by Avi Schwimmer. Again, not to be confused with the actor David Schwimmer. And Brown is going to hit off here once again. Jakarian Brown cutting to the outside. Needs one block. And Brown will not get that block. He will get extra yardage and get out of bounds at the 45, and that should be enough for a first down for the Flyers. Another first down here for Windsor. I would actually say it's third down and about 3 here. You hear the PA announcer directly below us here in the broadcast booth. Ball's at the 45, so the Flyers need to get to the 48-yard line for another first down. And we are in the latter part of this second quarter. 3-0. He only scored the game. A 31-yard field goal by Avi Schwimmer. I apologize for coughing, folks. A little offensive struggle here by both quarterbacks. Windsor defense leading the way here in this one by bringing all the heavy pressure that they've brought thus far. And so it'll be third down here and 3 here. Ball is at the 45-yard line. Flyers looking to extend their lead to the end of the half. And free play. Brown steps up, chucking it deep, and has a man. The pass is caught. Keenan Collins. And he is going to showboat into the end zone for the touchdown. Keenan Collins, 55-yard touchdown. It's going to be an offside against the Hitmen, and the Flyers have extended their lead, and they'll lead it 9-0. I wasn't really sure what Keenan Collins was doing. It looked like he was going out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. Like he didn't want the touchdown, but he eventually put that ball right over the goal line after showboating into the end zone. So another free play touchdown for the Windsor Flyers. We'll see a few of those here this season. It is now 9-0 Windsor. And we have extra guy come out here for the Flyers. Schwimmer's going to kick his first extra point of the night here. 9-0 to try and make it 10-0. I do apologize for the shaky camera, folks. A brand new tripod, of course, as you know. We lost our other one. We lost everything last week after our game on Cumberland. We did the best we can to get you the best broadcast as possible. I'll be for the extra point. Snap kick is up, and it is good. A 55-yard touchdown from Jamel Brown to Keenan Collins makes it 10-0 Windsor Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen here in the second. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 10-0 Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. One will be taken. Looks like number 5 there. And he will be brought down at about the 30-yard line there for the Haverhill Hitman. It looks like number 5 there on the return. That would be Chino Torres. And next looks like number 2. That is Emmanuel Hernandez. So a lot of Hernandez is here for the Haverhill Hitman. Again, the touchdown, 55 yards. Jamel Brown on a free play, finding one of his top receivers, Keenan Collins. Collins breaking off one tackle and then showboating all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. So now that's where we stand, 10-0. Latter part of this second half. I apologize for the camera folks, trying to get the best possible view we can. Well, first down for the Hitman, and they're going to put the ball officially at the 30-yard line. 10-0 Flyers. Hitman trying to get on the board here for the end of the half. And they're going to hand off here to Hernandez, and he is wrapped up way back at the 20-yard line. Once again, there's that Windsor defense bringing strong pressure all game long. And the Hitmen are going to have to take their final timeout. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. So we're actually at the 2-minute warning, not a timeout. And here's Ocasio on second down. Pressure, chucking it down the field. Pass is caught. One man to beat. Break it away. And he's gone. Touchdown, Haverhill, no flags. It only took one play for the Hitmen to get back in this game. Score is now 10-6. That's like Jeremiah Torres with the touchdown there for the Hitmen. And we can confirm now that it was Jeremiah Torres with that touchdown. That was a 70-plus yard touchdown. And that is number 27 there for Ocasio. Now we got a game here, folks, in Lawrence. Toward the end of the half, it's now 10-6. Extra point pending. And we'll show you right here, folks. There's Jeremiah Torres hovering with somebody he must know very well. So he caught that long touchdown pass from Ocasio. They can now score 10-6 with the extra point pending. And it's Richard Grasso on the kick. It is Ocasio who is holding here. Good snap. Kick is blocked. That kick is blocked. And once again, the Windsor defense making a big play. And now ball's on the ground, fighting for possession. And it's out about the 1-yard line, so it won't matter who recovers it. The extra point is no good. Well, what about that, folks? What a way to get back in this game. A 70-plus yard touchdown from Ocasio to Jeremiah Torres, and it's 10-6. Windsor on top. You're in the end of the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. So, about that, and we have a stop to play here. I thought that kick was going to go up by Grasso. So, after that long touchdown pass once again, it was Grasso. Excuse me. Look at the last name here once again. It's Ocasio. Find Jeremiah Torres, about 76-yard touchdown. Now 10-6 after the extra point was blocked. Now we'll roll into the end zone for the touchback. So, it was a lackluster first quarter. We had a field goal by Avi Schwimmer, excuse me. And this is going to be it, folks. We just got... Oh, that's right. We got word, folks. We got 2 seconds left. And now we have... We are actually now at the 2-minute warning, so there you go. We've already taken our 2-minute timeout, so we're not going to take another one. We'll stay here with you here on YouTube and on the live stream. And we will move our camera over here so you can see where the Flyers will start their next possession, trying to score once again. They have 2 timeouts left here in the first half. The Flyers, the Hitmen, only have 1. I do believe. Well, I actually called their last one. Again, now we're confused here. Because right before the touchdown, it was called a 2-minute warning, and now we're saying once again it's a 2-minute warning. So, let's roll with the punches here. Again, the Flyers up 10-6, trying to extend on the lead here toward the end of the half. Start with the ball on 25-yard line. That's the ball. Goes out of the end zone. Brown steps up, throws short, and the pass is caught. Breaking off a tackle. And he'll go out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Catch made there. And then once again, it's Neil Jeremy with the catch. And now we have a 2-minute warning, so we'll be right back right here on YouTube. 2-minute warning here in Lawrence. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 10-6. Second down. Brown throws short passes caught. And here's number 3 breaking away. Has plenty of room. There he goes. 1 man to beat. Waving him, giving the peace sign as he goes all the way for the touchdown. And there he is, Des Moines Ennis with the touchdown. And the Flyers have expanded their lead. Once again, they now lead it 16-6. So back-to-back plays, we thought it was the 2-minute warning. That one actually was the 2-minute warning. And now the long touchdown there. Brett Brown's second of the game, if you have any. Last week against the Rhode Island Raptors, he has 2 here in the first half. 2 long ones to boot. Again, Des Moines Ennis, that long touchdown, just breaking away from defenders and putting on a head of speed. You see, Avi Schwimmer is out there to try this extra point, but the question is, it looks like the offense coming out here for the Flyers. They're going to try to make it a 12-point game here, 18-6. We got to go for 2 here. And now, hold everything, folks. So we have a flag down. They brought it all the way back. There is no touchdown. There was a flag against the Flyers. Wow. And they bring the ball all the way back to the 33-yard line. So take away that touchdown there. Remains 10-6. That's a killer there for the Flyers. Got to try to extend their lead here toward the end of the half. It'll be first down here. Ball at the 32-yard line. 33-yard line, excuse me. Got just a killer penalty there on the Flyers. The touchdown taken away, and it remains a 4-point game here as we are under 2 minutes left in the first half. First down here at the 33. Brown. Pressure. He's going to take off himself. He didn't see the pressure. He just took off. Come to the outside, and he will get out of bounds inside the 25 at the 23-yard line. And he got right to that first down marker. Let's see if they're going to give him the first or if he's going to be marked just short. And Flyers just had a touchdown taken away on a penalty. Brown throwing a short pass. Not to Des Moines Ennis, unfortunately. Some type of hold against the Flyers, bringing that one back. The official placed the ball here at the 24-yard line, so it'll be second down and about 1 here. Gain of 9 on that carry there by Brown. We have folks new to the program. There are 2 Browns here for the Flyers. You got Jarmel Brown as the starting quarterback, and you got Jakarian Brown, who is in at running back. Another free play here. They're going to hand off here to Jakarian Brown, and now they're going to blow whistles. 3 flags are now down. And they're going to say it's an offside against the Flyers, against the Hitmen. But again, I question this every time I hear it, folks. Why do they stop it on an offside? You should not be doing that, ever. Should be a free play. We already saw one of those in this game. We saw a free play where they let it go out of being a touchdown. So I'm not sure why this time around they stopped the play. They initially let it run. And now, this time they stop it. Again, I don't understand why they do that, but automatic first down after the penalty. It was second down and about 1 there. They got an extra 5. So first down ball is now at the 19-yard line. Flyers up 10-6 here. Under 2 minutes left in the half. Trying to extend on their lead. Again, they're not fighting for anything. And what we see in the live stream chat are a lot of people who are not here today, including Ozzy Hill, Ruben Adino. Brown fakes, chucking it to the end zone, and the pass is tipped, and it's intercepted. And now they're going to say incomplete. Pass was intercepted by Andrew Loreno, but they're saying it's incomplete. They say he did not catch the ball inbounds. And that's another big break for the Windsor Flyers. And so the Flyers maintain possession. No interception off the tip pass. Looking like one of those Richard Sherman plays from the 2013 NBC Championship game. No interception. And once again, it looked like Andrew Loreno, number 6, was the one there for the interception for the Hitmen, but they took it away. And so, second down and 10 here, back to 19. Brown hands off here to Brown. Brown out the middle, and he will get to about the 15-yard line, and then the Hitmen are going to push him all the way back. And we do have a whistle. Let's see who the timeout is for. It is the Flyers. Flyers call their second timeout. Under 2 minutes left in the half. Third down for the Flyers. Brown steps up, rolling out, throwing to the end zone, wide open, and the pass is incomplete. Almost intercepted once again. This time, number 25 coming away. That is Timothy Reza. Almost had an interception in the end zone. That's the second one. Almost intercepted by the Haverhill Hitman defense on this drive alone. It'll be fourth down here for the Flyers. Let's see if they try another field goal here. Avi Schwimmer is 1 for 2 on field goals here today. And it's going to be Schwimmer coming out for his third field goal attempt. Again, he was 1 for 2 here on field goals here today. He's going to snap this ball near the 22-yard line. So this is going to be a 39-yard field goal attempt. Schwimmer missed last time from 48, hit from 31 to give the Flyers their first score of the game. So we can do here from about 39 yards. Try to make it a 7-point game here. Kick is up, and it is good. Bobby Schwimmer, not 2 for 3 on the day. That field goal from 39 yards out makes it 13-6. Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 13-6. The Flyers on top of the Haverhill Hitmen with just 33 seconds left here in the half. And this one will be taken at about the 12-yard line. Pitching it out here, and a flag down. That's going to be some type of flag against the Hitmen. A legal forward pass or something along those lines. We're going to turn the brightness up here for you folks on YouTube. That was an illegal forward pass there by the Hitmen, so that's going to bring them back. I do believe the Flyers defer to the second half, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. So this is the time for the Hitmen to get something done here on offense. But a chance to just tie this game up at the end of the half. They got 33 seconds left. They have no timeouts left. So they have to go. Let's see where they're going to place the football here after that penalty. And trying a little trickery here on the Flyers, but it doesn't work in their favor. They're backing themselves up. And once again, wait to see where they're placing the football here. 13-6. Flyers on top of the Hitmen, and we're going to move the camera for the live stream crew so we can show you where they're going to place the football. It looks like they're about the 21-yard line. And again, the Hitmen with no timeouts, 33 seconds. Got to try, at least maybe it's under 30 seconds now. They got to try to get something going here before the end of the half. Again, the Flyers won the opening toss and deferred to the second half, so their offense coming out. We start this third quarter. There we go. Hitman down 13-6. First down from the 21-yard line. 33 seconds left here in the half. Ocasio pumps, throws, short passes caught, and he will be brought down inbounds at the 30-yard line, and that's not what you want to do if you are the Haverhill Hitmen. The pass caught there by Rodriguez. Tick, 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 tick. You gotta spike the ball. You gotta get a playoff here. You have under 30 seconds left here in the half. Trying to get some big play here. Try to tie this game at halftime. Ocasio, pressure, steps up, rolling out. And plenty of time. Now you're gonna go deep, chucking it down the field. And he overthrew Rodriguez on that one. And that is the end of the first half. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 13-6 at halftime. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. Start of the second half, everybody. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 13-6. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm on the live stream. I'm Stephen R. Flyers taking it out here from about the 4-yard line. Get to out the 40-yard line and about down about the 42-yard line. 37-yard return there for the Flyers, and their offense going to have excellent field position. And another chance to try and extend on their lead here. Again, folks, they had a few chances to extend on the lead toward the end of the half. Of course, they had a chance to extend on their lead throughout the entire second quarter, pretty much. Got a missed field goal by Avi Schwimmer. It was returned by the Hitmen out to about the 20-yard line. That led to a touchdown and made it 7-6. And on that last drive for the Flyers, Kieran Brown almost threw 2 end zone interceptions. First one looked like it was intercepted by Andrew Loreno, but the refs ruled him out. And then the second one, again, Almost intercepted in the end zone, but it was Timothy Reza looked like he had himself a pick. But they called him out of bounds once again. So a couple breaks there for the Flyers. They lead at 13-6. We start this second half. Officially at the 43. And off here to Jakarian Brown, again, who had 2 touchdowns last week. And their win over the Rhode Island Raptors, 14-0 victory out in Cumberland, Rhode Island. And he gets into Hitman territory, about the 49-yard line on that one. So about a gain of 8. We second down to 2 coming up. We talked about already, folks, the Windsor Flyers, as you can tell, they had not really traveled with all of their guys. And we talked to the guys on the live stream asking who's winning all that. Ruben Andino and Ozzie Hill are not here with the Flyers. Again, it's about a 3-hour drive, and the Flyers, what do they have to fight for at this point? Absolutely nothing. They have 2 games left in the regular season, but they've already clinched the number 1 seed. The only thing to fight for now is a perfect season, and they're just 2 wins away from doing that. Or regular season anyway, I might have not said that. Might have added that part. First down here at the Hitman 48. And Brown's going to hand off here is low. Oh, it's Jakarian Brown again. Cutting to the outside, and Brown breaking off tackles. Still going. Jakarian Brown out of bounds at the 20. What a run there. One of the leaders here on this offense, Jakarian Brown, a first down ball at the Hitman 20-yard line. Again, trying to extend on this 13-6 lead. And it looked like for a second, by the way, folks, at the end of the half, it looked like they were going to extend their lead to 16-6. Brown had thrown a touchdown pass to Moy. Get the name here, folks. Demoy Ennis. That's what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, a penalty brought it back, and that was what led to the 2 almost interceptions by the Hitman defense in the end zone. Had a settle for a 39-yard field goal by Avi Schwimmer, which made the score. Where we are now, 13-6. Now, strong order there by Jakarian Brown. Brings the ball. We'll move the camera for the live stream, folks. Here they are. Their ball is at the Hitman 20-yard line. Looks like Brown in the backfield. And you're going to hit. No, Brown's going to fake it. Chucking it up top to the end zone. Wide open, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Windsor. And now the Flyers have officially extended their lead. Once again, it is now 19-6. Number 28 there with the touchdown. We don't have a name for number 28 on our roster. The Flyers have extended that lead. And a nice pass there by Brown. Faking the handoff there to Jakarian Brown. Now Schwimmer on for the extra point. Trying to make this a 2-touchdown game now. And again, bringing an extra guy on out here late. That'll be Worthington here. Joshua Worthington holding for Schwimmer. High snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Jakarian Brown, second touchdown of the game, makes it a 20-6 game with the Flyers on top of the Hitmen. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 20-6, the Windsor Flyers now lead the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Earn. So I'm taking it about the 13-yard line. Cutting outside. Get to the 20 and down to about the 24-yard line. That is Jeremiah Torres, who has the touchdown for the Hitmen in that first half. Jakarian Brown, Jamel Brown throwing his second touchdown pass of the game. There's one going to number 28, who again we don't have a name for on our roster. And now the score reading 20-6 Flyers. And here are some information. I mentioned this to start the game. Isaiah Cosdio, leading starting quarterback for the Haverhill Hitmen, 1,444 passing yards. That is second in the NFL. And he is tied for first with 26 touchdown passes. He might now have broken that record. He has his 27th here today. But you got to look at who he's going up against here, folks. Jeff Costa of the New England Bombers. And I just found out after the game I did against the Bombers and Bandits. Jeff Costa won many championships with the Southern New England Admirals out of Smithfield, Rhode Island. So quite competition there. Jakarian Brown leads the league with now 8 touchdown runs on the season. First down Hitman. Again, hand off here to Rodriguez. And immediately coming there is Worthington. Joshua Worthington went there and make the stop. So Jakarian Brown leads the NFL with 8 touchdown runs. He also leads the league with 642 rushing yards. Who's second? The man for the Hitmen, Joshua Rodriguez. He is second with 581 rushing yards. And I might have said 682. I meant 642 rushing yards for Jakarian Brown, so I do apologize for that. If I mispronunciate that. 20-6 Flyers is your score. 20-6. Flyers look like they're showing blitz again here on second down. And we're getting a free play. Ball is down the ground. Let's see who jumps on top of it. It's going to be against the Flyers, but the question is, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's against the Flyers. It's a free play. So even if the Flyers recovered the fumble, which it doesn't look like they did, so the Hitmen did get back on top of it. We're going to get that offside there against the Flyers. Oh, we're actually getting a false start. But nonetheless, so that means that the Hitmen got lucky to come away with that fumble. If the Flyers had recovered, this game would have been turned on its head because the Flyers would have had the ball after the false start. And we talked about earlier, folks, how they blow the play dead on an offside. That's how you're supposed to do it. They meant to blow the play dead before the snap, and then the snap went fumbled, so we can't really, just a matter of time, really. And I don't blame that on the refs. That was really on the Hitmen, and they're lucky, once again, to come away with that football. If they hadn't, the Flyers would be back on offense with a 20-6 lead. Second down. Ocasio throws over the middle. Passes. Caught. What a grab there. Number 37 with the catch. Stiff arm the defender. Breaking off a tackle down to the 45-yard line. Hash Brown, SC top 10. Am I right or am I right? What a catch there by number 37. Who we don't have a name for on our roster for the Hitman, but wow. That pass was behind him, and he was able to come up with the catch and stiff arm a defender to get some extra yards as well. That was an impressive play there by number 37. I wish we had his name. Ball now at the Hitman 45-yard line. Again, they're down 20-6 here, so you got to show some urgency here in this third quarter. Trying to make a comeback, down 2 scores. Well, officially again at the Hitman 45-yard line. It's first down after that amazing catch up by number 37. I mean, wow. Ocasio on the back shotgun. They're going to fake it. Ocasio throws. Pass is intercepted. Pass is picked to Neil Jeremy, and Neil Jeremy, one man to beat, breaking off at the tackle, and down inside the 5. Pass is intercepted by Neil Jeremy. After that incredible catch by number 37. And we got not just one, we got 2 guys down. One for the Flyers, and that looks like Jeremy who gets back up. But we'll show you right here, folks. Down near the 45-yard line, we have a Hitman down. Flyers ball when we come back after the injury. And there is number 7, Jose Montez, who almost had an interception in the end zone in the end of that first half. He is unable to walk off under his own power, but there is the power of sportsmanship here in the game of football as his teammates are helping him to the sideline. Back in a sec. Back to the action here in Lawrence, Massachusetts. The Windsor Flyers, an interception by Hamil Jeremy, folks. We get first and goal at the 1, up 20-6. Hand off here to Jakarian Brown. Brown walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And that is Jakarian Brown's 9th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Windsor Flyers extend their lead once again. They now lead at 26-6. Jakarian Brown leading the league with 9 touchdown rushes. Also, again, leads the league in rushing yards. He has 642. And the other guy on the other side of the football here, Joshua Rodriguez for the Hitmen, is second in the league with 581 rushing yards. And Schwimmer could have come off at his extra point. Once again, it's be Joshua Worthington holding. The Flyers coming in here with about 20-25 guys, making this 3-hour trip here from Vernon, Connecticut. Of course, Flyers call their home games at Rockville High School in Vernon. Well, here's Schwimmer off the extra point. And this might be a free play. The kick is up, and it is. Good. Jakarian Brown's 9th touchdown of the season makes it 27-6, but we have a flag. And I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an offside here against the Hitmen. Penalty be declined. Extra point is good. It's a 30-touchdown game here in the third quarter here in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Let's get the official call before we pause. Okay, folks, this is the second to last week of the 2025 New England Football League regular season where we back for the next week's regular season finale. That's an offside. Declined. Extra point. Oh, we also have a second penalty here against the Hitman, running into the kicker. And so that'll be forced on the kickoff. And so now the Windsor Flyers have a 27-6 lead over the Haverhill Hitmen here in Lawrence, Massachusetts. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 27-6. And this will be taken about the 2-yard line by the Hitman. Look at number 6. Bringing it outside. That's like number 12, number 13 there. And we have a name for number 13. That much I know. And he will be wrapped up. They'll have to blow whistles before they bring him down there. Way back inside his own 20-yard line. Well, not the best starting field position here for the Hitmen. So they look to dig themselves out of his 3-touchdown hole. Flyers have done everything they could here so far. Offense and defense. Jamal Brown has 2 touchdown passes. Jaquarian Brown has his 9th touchdown run of the year. And the defense has brought heavy pressure all game long, and they also have an interception by Hanil Jeremy that was almost went back for 6. And we got to include the special teams as well, because their special teams did block the extra point after giving up the 76-yard touchdown to Jeremiah Torres. I look a little dark to you folks here on the broadcast, maybe even on the live stream, because the lights are not on here in Lawrence. Figure it's after 7 o'clock here in Massachusetts. No lights. Hitman now starting with the ball about the 21-yard line. So they blew the whistle dead. Ocasio pressure, throws off his back foot, pass is caught. And number 37 tripped up at the last second. Looked like they were trying to get some extra there. However, nice tackle there. I didn't see who it was, but it was a nice tackle by the Flyer defender. That probably might have even saved the touchdown there for the Hitman. And now he's trying to argue he was not down. And the ref saying, yeah, you were down about the 24-yard line, buddy. No, there you go. The final verdict there on that one. 27-6, the Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week. We're here on YouTube. We're on the live stream. My name is Stephen Earl. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. About an hour from North Station in Boston. It'll be second down here. I'm not exactly sure what. Second down, I would say about 8 here, actually. Look, we got 2 yards on the catch there. We got a little more than that. Flyers showing blitz again. Ocasio changing the play at the line here. See what kind of trickery they have up their sleeve. That's second down and 8. Ocasio, he's going to take off himself. Throws it up top. Pass is caught and knocked out. What a hit there by and there he is again. The Moyenis. Almost had a touchdown on offense. Now has that big hit there on defense to force the incompletion on number 37. So we're making up third down here for the Hitmen. Down 21 points here in the third quarter. That's similar to what we saw in that last matchup between these two teams back on July 26th. It was all Flyers. They won that game 41-18. And by the way, folks, we talk about Jamal Brown being the starting quarterback, but James DiBenedetto was the starting quarterback for a few games for the Flyers this year. He threw 4 touchdown passes in that 41-18 victory over the Hitmen. That was about a couple weeks ago, right before they, I believe it was a couple weeks ago, right before they played the Raptors out in Cumberland. Third down and long. Ocasio. Pressure, throws, passes, caught. It's 37 again. And he is wrapped up about the 29-yard line. But down once again, it's Ronell Hopkins the third, making another play there on defense. Taking a little highlight reel of his own. Going to bring up fourth down. Let's see what the Hitmen go for here. Down 3 scores here in the third quarter. Now, folks, I do believe the marker actually does read first down. So, third down conversion there for the Hitmen and keep the drive alive, down 21 points. First down at the, we'll call it the 30-yard line. Looks about the 30. Ocasio pressure again, and he is wrapped up way back at the 15-yard line. Joshua Worthington with the sack. And he lost 15 yards. Well, 15, they're going to be giving up 2 more points to the Flyer defense. And once again, the Flyer defense shown strong here today. Been doing that since the beginning of the game, bringing pressure, started off. They've been all over this Hitman all line. All over Ocasio as well. That's their first sack of the game. They've also picked them off. They brought a ton of pressure. Of course, you had that on top of the big hits that the Flyers have as well, including that one we just saw not moments ago. Ronald Hopkins been laying the lick in there. I guess number 37 for the Hitman. So now after the long sack, we second down and an SUV. And a false start. So back him up another 5 yards. And the miscues continue here for the number 2 team in the conference. And the Hitmen do not need to win today to clinch the number 2 seed in the North Atlantic Division Conference. They can win next week and clinch it as well. And here's one of those situations. I had talked about it on the pre-record broadcast. I also talked about it on the live stream, folks. If the Warriors, who are playing the Raptors today, if the Warriors beat the Raptors and the Hitmen lose to the Flyers here tonight, a Warrior win and a Hitman loss next week could potentially put the Warriors over the Hitmen, and the Warriors can win the number 2 seed next week. Both teams will be 6-4. I do believe the Warriors have the head-to-head. Ocasio here throws, and the pass knocked away, and guess who? There he is again, Ronell Hopkins III. Been all over the field here, almost at the court. He's been all over the field here today. What a Flyer defense. So again, if the Warriors defeat the Raptors tonight, I believe the game is out in, it is at Nikitas Field, out in Fitchburg. And the Hitmen lose here today. A Warrior win next week and a Hitman loss next week could put the Warriors in the 2nd seed. They could host a playoff game. Both teams would finish 6-4 on the season. And I do believe, I know the Warriors came down 21-0 against the Hitmen earlier in the season. It was like week number 2. Warriors were down 21-0. They came back to defeat the Hitmen 30-29. So they do have a win over the Hitmen under their belt. So next week could get very, very interesting. We'll get some more of that in the 4th. 3rd down and an E350. Ocasio back in his own end zone, has to throw wide open, and the pass is bobbled and incomplete. Another missed pass there, and 37, he was well on his way to a touchdown if you caught that one. Unfortunately, no go. And now they're down to 21 points. Question is, do you punt it? Or do you, it looks like they are going to punt it here. We still have a whole quarter left, folks. We're only in the 3rd quarter. You'd think maybe they would start questioning. Do we start trying going for it? But I kind of like the call here. I think this is a good idea. You're deep in your own territory. You don't want to give the Flyers another chance right inside your 10-yard line. Should you miss. It'll be 4th down in a truck here, folks. 15-yard sack on Ocasio, really just the killer there. And the punter backing up into his own end zone here. And we'll show you right here, folks. You got a returner here. Near the 45-yard line. And the kick is nice. Get a nice kickoff here. And this one's going to bounce. And they'll take it at the 45-yard line. Coming inside to the 40. And down. And it's still going inside the 30. And finally down near the 25-yard line. Got a late flag here coming out after the play. We're going to turn this brightness up here for you. I apologize for that, folks. Turn this brightness up a little bit. Make it a little better view. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 27-6 after 3. We're right back for the 4th and final quarter. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. Start of the 4th and final quarter, buddy. Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 27-6. And up here is Nick Selig taking the handoff, cutting to the outside. Selig is brought down inside the 10 and almost found his way into the end zone there, but he was wrapped up at the last second. Touchdown saving tackle there by the Hitmen. It'll be 2nd and down. I don't know if it's 2nd and goal or what it was. The Windsor Flyers looking to put this game away. Scoring here will make it a 34-6 game, and now we have one of the Flyers down, so we will step aside here in the fourth. When a lineman get up at his own power, it's always good to see. Now back to the action. Second down here, where the Flyers ball's at about the 8-yard line. Not sure if it's second down and goal, but it's second down nonetheless. And they're going to hand it off here, delay handoff here, and down to about the 1-yard line. And it was Brian Lowe who took the carry there for the Flyers down to the 1-yard line. Did not get into the end zone, but he's right there. And ladies and gentlemen, let there be light. And we will turn the brightness down here on the pre-recorded YouTube broadcast. The third down and goal here. Or third down. No, it's actually first down. So, I knew it wasn't second and goal after that run there by Selig. Just a second down. Now it's first and goal, both at the 1-yard line. Again, Flyers travel lately here, about a 3-hour trip back to Windsor. Or Vernon, but pretty close to one another. So they travel lately. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Two running backs in the backfield. They got Brown in the shotgun. Sear in motion. And they're going to hand off here. And a nice tackle there. Down about the 2-yard line. Not getting into the end zone once again. And it looks like number 45. Bringing him down. That would be Jason Fletcher. The man who made this all possible. The team owner of the Haverhill Hitmen. Allowing us to use his hotspot here. And the Flyers call a timeout. So we'll be right back right here on YouTube. So after the timeout, second down and goal here from about the 2-yard line. They're going to hand off here to Jakarian Brown. And Brown is in the end zone. Touchdown, Windsor. And that is double digits for Jakarian Brown. His 10th touchdown of the season. The Windsor Flyers are well on their way to victory here in Lawrence. Score is now 30-6. 32-6. Apologies, folks. 30-36. Or now 30-36. Bring an extra guy in, and Schumer's going to come off for another extra point here, try and make this a 34-6 game. Nice snap, kick is up, and it is good. Jakarian Brown, number 10 on the season, makes it 34-6. Flyers all over the Hitmen here in the fourth. We'll be right back. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week right here on YouTube. 34-6, the Windsor Flyers now lead the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League right here on YouTube and on the live stream. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. We'll be taking about the 10-yard line. Here is Torres bringing it outside, and he will get out of bounds to the 36-yard line. And that's where he will start their next drive. Yeah, we don't know how much time is left here in this fourth quarter. Once again, more lights. So we have lights coming on the opposite side of the field. Now we have more lights coming on this side of the field. And this is the second to last week of the regular season here in the 2025 New England Football League season. And where will we be next week, folks? I just talked about all these scenarios with the Warriors, the Raptors, the Hitmen, all trying to get that number 2 seed. Now the Warriors could pull it off with a win tonight over the Raptors and a win next week as well over the Metro West Golden Badgers. Hitmen could do the same. But they need the other team to lose. Well, there is another battle in the New England Football League, folks. That is in the Colonial Conference. Next week out in West Roxbury, Massachusetts, the Boston Bandits and the Carolina Cobras will face off for the number 2 seed in the AAA Conference. Winner of that game will host the playoff game. Playoffs! And what will be 2 weeks' time after the Labor Day weekend. And the handoff here on first down. Big hole at the middle. Breaking outside. And he is wrapped up. Did he get face mask? And they're going to say, yes, he did. That 15 extra yards on that play there. It looks like the carry was there. My number 2, that'll be Emmanuel Hernandez. Not sure if there's any relation to any of these guys. We got a lot of guys here who have this last name Hernandez. We got 3 Torreses here on the Haverhill Hitmen roster. Not sure again. I'm not sure if they're all related. No flag, though, here. Surprisingly, I thought they would throw the flag here for the face mask. They did not. And Hernandez got down to about the 46-yard line. So it'll be first down for the Hitmen. 27-6, the Flyers on top of the Hitmen. It's the New England Football League Game of the Week. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Home Lancers, Lawrence Lancers. First down, ball at the 46. Ocasio, pressure again, throws, pass is caught And a screenplay here for the Hitmen, and that's once again, it looks like Hernandez out of the backfield. And two helmets come off. And that was Malik Campbell, who tackled Hernandez after the play was over. Hernandez's helmet came off, as well as did Campbell's. And I'm not sure if we're going to see any penalty markers here. I don't think we are. We'll continue play here. Flyers well on their way to victory here tonight. They lead 27-6. 34-6, excuse me. Over the Haverhill Hitmen. Again, next week we'll be out West Roxbury, Massachusetts for this regular season finale between the Boston Bandits and Middleborough Cobras. We saw those two teams earlier on this season. I believe it was out on July 19th we saw those two teams. Bandits came out on top 26-9 over the Cobras in that one. Low snap, Ocasio, pressure, Rose, passes, caught. And number 8 with the catch there, and he will be brought down inside the 35. That is Julian Torres with the catch. First time we're calling his name tonight. And he should have enough for a Hitman first down. And the Flyers call a timeout, so we'll be right back right here on YouTube and on the live stream. So the Flyers timeout. Haverhill Hitman have the ball first down at the Flyer 33-yard line, down 34-6. I'll get it right eventually, folks. Mazzacco pressures, chucking it deep, has a man wide open, caught! Into the end zone, touchdown Hitman. Number 17 with the touchdown there, and the Hitmen are back on the board. Or it's now 34-12. Apologies, that's number 12. That is A.J. Heitke. Blown coverage there by the Windsor defense, giving up that long, wide open touchdown. A 33-yard score. Second touchdown pass of the day. Number 28 on the season for Ocasio. Continues to lead the NFL in touchdown passes. Oh, the extra point here. Again, it's Richard Grasso, number 16. The kicker here for the Haverhill Hitmen. And the kick is good. 13, excuse me. A few extracurriculars there in the end zone. 34-13 now is your score. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen. You're watching the New England Football League Game of the Week. We're here on YouTube. I'm Stephen R. We're here at Lawrence High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts, home of the Lancers. And you might, for folks on the pre-recorded broadcast, you might be wondering, why is the field green? Well, first of all, the field's always green. But the lights are on. We'll show you right here. There. See? One light. Two light. Red light. And there's no blue light. Sorry, folks. 34-13. Windsor Flyers well on their way to victory here as we count down the final minutes here in this fourth quarter. All right, let's see it. Maybe the Hitmen are going to go for an onside kick here or something. We shall see. And we'll show you right here, folks. Look at the Hitmen. They're kicking. They were lined up near the 40-yard line. A little interesting, if I do say so myself. Might have been a penalty. I don't know if there was a penalty after this for the scuffle after. Maybe not. Now they look like they're kicking off at the 35-yard line, which is the normal kickoff. So once again, folks, next week, the regular season finale. How about that, folks? We're already at the end of the season here in the New England Football League. We'll be in West Roxbury, Massachusetts, as the Boston Bandits look to clinch the number 2 seed. The Cobras looking to pull off an upset and clinch the number 2 seed for themselves, as well as the playoff game. Playoffs on September 6th. I assume that's going to be on September 6th. Again, we know nothing about the playoffs except what we were told by Haverhill Hitman owner Jason Fletcher. And it looks like the Hitmen are lined up for an onside kick here. And they'll kick it high up in the air, but that one's going to be caught easily at the 49-yard line by the Flyers. So that onside kick is a no-go. With a 34-13 lead, it's again, we don't know how much time is left. Haven't been given a signal about the 2-minute warning or anything like that. And there you go, folks. You got to love how that stuff works. 2-minute warning. We'll be right back to wrap this one up right here on YouTube. 2-minute warning here in Lawrence, Massachusetts. The Windsor Flyers lead the Haverhill Hitmen 34-13. We're going to get a couple kneels down here. We're going to head home. And I wish I knew who these two teams were playing next week. I guess see the finale. A little scuffle there. Ned Brown takes that knee. But again, the scenario for the AA Conference's number 2 seed now reads as follows. And this is my own handwriting, folks. I didn't get it from the league or anything. If the Warriors defeat the Raptors tonight at Akitas Field in Fitchburg, we already have the loss by the Hitmen. Now, if the Warriors defeat, I do believe they're playing the Metro West Golden Badgers next week. I could be wrong. The Warriors win next week and the Hitmen lose. There is a very good chance the Mass Warriors are the number 2 team in the North Atlantic Division Conference come the end of next week. Stay tuned to find out as Brown takes the knee. And the high fives, the victory for the Windsor Flyers. Another one, number 9 on the year for the Windsor Flyers. They defeat the Haverhill Hitmen for the second time this season. Final score here tonight from Lawrence, Massachusetts, 34-13. For the Windsor Flyers, for the Haverhill Hitmen, for the New England Football League, I'm Stephen Err. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you one last time this regular season next week, West Roxbury, Massachusetts. That'll do it for this one, folks. Thanks for tuning out tonight, folks. We'll see you next time.